The mystery of Audie Murphy has lingered for decades, not because of who he was in war, but because of how his story ended. Born Audie Leon Murphy on June 20, 1925, in Kingston, Texas, he grew up in crushing poverty during the Great Depression, the seventh of 12 children in a struggling sharecropper family. His father drifted away. His mother died when he was just 16. With only a fifth-grade education, Murphy picked cotton, worked odd jobs, and became the man of the house long before he was ready. Hardship didn't just toughen him, it forged him. When World War II erupted, the skinny 5'5" teenager was rejected by the Navy and Marines for being too small. But the U.S. Army accepted him, and the boy who barely weighed 110 pounds would become one of the most fearless soldiers America had ever seen. Across North Africa, Italy, France, and Germany, Murphy fought with a ferocity that stunned even seasoned veterans. On January 26, 1945, near Holtzwihr, France, wounded and outnumbered, he climbed onto a burning tank destroyer and used its mounted machine gun to hold off an entire German company for over an hour, calling in artillery strikes while flames licked beneath him. For that act of almost unimaginable courage, he received the Medal of Honor at just 19 years old. By war's end, he had earned every major American combat award for valor, along with honors from Allied nations, 33 decorations in total, making him the most decorated American soldier of World War II. But medals don't silence nightmares. When Murphy returned home a national hero, the war followed him. What was then called battle fatigue, now known as PTSD, haunted his sleep. He struggled with insomnia, depression, and flashes of rage. Yet instead of hiding it, he spoke openly about it, becoming one of the first public figures to demand better mental health care for veterans. Hollywood soon came calling. Murphy transitioned into film, starring in more than 40 movies. In To Hell and Back, 1955, he played himself, reliving the very battles that scarred him. The film became a massive hit, cementing his dual identity as war hero and movie star. He built a steady career in westerns, worked behind the scenes as a producer, wrote country songs recorded by major artists, and even lent his image to military public service projects. On the surface, it seemed he had conquered peace as surely as he had conquered war. Then came May 28, 1971. At just 45 years old, Murphy died in a plane crash on Brush Mountain in Virginia. The official report cited poor weather and pilot error. A tragic accident. Case closed. But for years, whispers persisted about financial troubles, about government connections, about secrets and Cold War tensions. Conspiracy theories painted darker pictures: sabotage, surveillance, cover-ups. The idea that America's most decorated soldier could have been silenced made for dramatic headlines and restless speculation. Here's the truth, and it isn't cinematic. Multiple investigations over the years, including reviews of flight records, weather data, and wreckage analysis, have found no credible evidence of sabotage. The aircraft was flying in low visibility over mountainous terrain. The pilot was not instrument-rated for the severe conditions they encountered. The crash site and damage patterns were consistent with controlled flight into terrain, a devastating but tragically common aviation accident. No missing wreckage conspiracy. No confirmed tampering. No secret files proving foul play. Just bad weather, human limitation, and fatal miscalculation. And maybe that's why the mystery feels unsettling. Because after everything Murphy survived, machine gun fire, burning steel, impossible odds, he was taken not by enemies or intrigue, but by circumstance. The war hero who defied death on European battlefields was lost to fog and mountains back home. There was no dramatic final stand, no grand conspiracy uncovered. Just a small plane, a storm, and a life cut short. Audie Murphy's story doesn't end with betrayal or sabotage. It ends with a sobering reminder: even legends are human. His legacy remains what it always was, not a tale of shadowy plots, but of extraordinary courage, lifelong struggle, and the quiet tragedy that sometimes follows even the bravest among us.